What's up, guys? So you all remember that one game that Bioware was like, and we were like, huh? And they were all, and we were like, well, Bioware finally revealed what it was in Gamescom 2014. It's an online RPG for the PC, and it's called Shadow Realms. Now, I say it's for PC, but Bioware did say that if fans asked for it enough, it could eventually go to console. And when I say Bioware, I mean Bioware Austin. So a lot of the predictions and speculations that I had in my first video for this mystery game, I had said that this was most likely going to be Bioware Austin that was working on it. And I was hoping that it wasn't like an online style MMO type of game. Although it's not an MMO, it's just like an online type of game. I was hoping for a single player mode only, but I mean, when I heard Bioware Austin, they were the ones that worked on Old Republic. So I was like, okay, it might have some kind of like online aspect. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the footage out there right now because this is not new. It's like I said, it was revealed during Gamescom. Now, I'm not a big online player. You guys know that. I rarely ever play multiplayer unless it's a game that I really like say Mass Effect or Dragon Age. And even then, I mean, I liked the Mass Effect multiplayer. I had fun with friends, but even then I barely ever played it. But if there was going to be a attractive aspect for me to play an online game or a multiplayer game, it would be having a storyline and actually having like character development. There usually is like a limitation there when it comes to character development, but there still is some. Now, they are claiming that this does have the Bioware touch. So for example, you have story missions, but it says on a solo instance. So I think each player is seeing their story manifest. And you've got conversations, you got flirting, you got romance, betrayal. So it's got that Bioware style to it, which has me more interested than any other type of online multiplayer game that does not have that. So what it is 4 heroes versus 1 villain. It's an action RPG, and like I said, it's not an MMO. And the sessions are match-based. The genre is a modern style of fantasy, so it involves magic and these weird powers. Remember, I was speculating about these trailers, these strange teasers were manifesting or were showing off powers, and that this was most likely going to be characters that have these powers, and that's pretty much what it is. Is these people have these superpowers, and they're set in this fantasy realm. They go into this realm, but it's modern style, so people are wearing, you know, like the suits and like clothes from like leather jackets, and you know, like you would see any person wearing in the real world. The players get pulled into this shadow realm, and in this shadow realm is the Shadow Lord. This is the villain. So the whole 4 versus 1, the 1 is the villain. If you are the villain, you are the Shadow Lord. I'm a bit confused as to how the story plays with the Shadow Lord, because we do know that you have the individual storyline that plays, but I'm not sure if that applies to the Shadow Lord as well. Like, does the Shadow Lord also get a story of their own? That would be really cool if they did. It would kind of suck if just the heroes did. So if they actually implemented a story for the Shadow Lord as well, like a personalized story for each hero that you choose, because they are different. They're different characters. But also for the Shadow Lord, that'd be awesome. So what the Shadow Lord is, they're calling him kind of like a next generation dungeon master. So if you've ever played like pen and paper RPGs or like Dungeons and Dragons, you've got a dungeon master or a game master, whatever you want to call them, DM, GM. They pretty much decide what's going to happen in that session, in that RPG session. And then you've got the players who go through that world, and the GM or the DM is kind of like the omniscient god, and they are controlling everything either maniacally or fairly. So that's kind of what BioWare wanted to do here, is they wanted to introduce, or at least take the concept of tabletop RPGs and take it up to the next level. What the Shadow Lord could do is they could summon monsters, they could drop traps, and they could change the environment. They also have skills of their own that they level up. So not only in the realm will you be fighting monsters that the Shadow Lord is placing in the world, you will also fight the Shadow Lord. And the Shadow Lord has some really cool abilities depending on how you create your Shadow Lord, depending on how you level them up. So one type of Shadow Lord could focus a lot on summoning, on just monsters, or another Shadow Lord could actually be a doppelganger, and he could imitate one of the people in your party, and you have no idea that you've got the Shadow Lord following you. And until you realize that this is the bad guy that is following you around, once you hit him, once you attack him, a little blue indicator will appear over the character, over the Shadow Lord. So that's how you always know that that's the Shadow Lord, is the little blue marker. If you don't do the doppelganger and you are the Shadow Lord fighting the characters, you will always have the little blue marker, so everyone knows, oh, there he is, there's the Shadow Lord, let's go kill him or whatever. They're also building levels in modern Earth, so not just in the Shadow Realm. I don't know how those are gonna be. Are you also going to be fighting monsters, or what are you going to be doing in the Earth levels? I don't know if it's the same thing. Could the Shadow Lord be in the Earth levels, or is the Shadow Lord just in the Shadow Realm? I don't know. Or maybe the Earth levels are just being created for places that you could go to get armor and stuff like that, like shops and things. So another thing the Shadow Lord could also do is possess creatures. So the Shadow Lord could take control of creatures, of monsters that the Shadow Lord places in the level. So the Shadow Lord then has or adopts the abilities of specific monsters. Once you beat the realm that the Shadow Lord has placed for you, you have this big boss battle, and then after finishing this boss battle, you complete the mission. And pretty much the purpose of the Shadow Lord is he's trying to thwart you, or pretty much stop you from achieving your mission. So he's trying to kill you. So let me talk a little bit about the heroes and the classes that you could choose from. You could choose from 6 different classes. I'm pretty sure that the characters are locked with the class. So what I mean by that is, if you choose to be a warrior, I think you're always going to be this specific character. So I think it's kind of like the Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer, where you choose characters, and depending on that character is the class you're going to play. They're calling them here the 6 hero classes, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But even though you've got your starting classes or starting characters, they are saying that there is a very broad spectrum of capabilities. And the cool thing is that whenever you hit a checkpoint in the realm during the session that you are playing, the heroes, if they hit a checkpoint, you could respec your character. So for example, if you were a DPS warrior, you can change to a more tanky type of warrior, depending on the type of Shadow Lord you're playing against, and also on the world that the Shadow Lord has placed on you. If you were like, okay, I'm gonna go for a DPSer right now, and when you actually start playing, you're like, dude, we need a tank because there's so many monsters or whatever. So in the checkpoint, you could change your warrior. It's not like, well, you're tough luck, you've got to stick with the DPSer. I thought that was pretty cool because it changes things up for you as well. You're not always playing as a tank. You're not always playing as the DPS. You could also do the same thing with the Shadow Lord, but the Shadow Lord does not have classes. The Shadow Lord, like I said in the beginning, is more focused on skills and tactics. You focus your skills, and then that Shadow Lord manifests with whatever way that you want them to manifest, and not limited to a specific class. You could customize the gear and whatever weapons, but I believe you cannot customize the face, because they are considered to be 6 hero classes. So I'm thinking these heroes always remain these heroes. They have names, they have personalities, so these are the characters that you get to choose. The way that the heroes die is if you run out of trauma kits. If you run out of trauma kits, your party members cannot revive you, so then you're dead. Bioware says that they want to support custom matches. Like, let's say you already have 5 friends and it's like, okay, us 4 are going to be a hero and the 5th person is going to be the villain. They were like, okay, well, maybe we do want to do the whole custom match thing where you make your own match. Instead of like finding a match to join. But they said that they wanted to make some kind of alterations to the way that you earn XP in there, because they don't want to exploit that option, because you would already go into the realm knowing who the Shadow Lord is, and it would kind of take away from that type of experience where you go in there and you don't know who the Shadow Lord is, you don't know what they're gonna do, you don't know where they are. The cool thing is that they are gonna have an alpha that you could test. They said that the alpha was gonna be ready in about 1 or 2 months, so either I'm guessing more towards next month, October. But you could sign up for it right now. I will have the link in the description if you're interested, if you have a PC and you at least want to try it. I'd say try it. I mean, you're not paying anything, so at least try it, because if I did have a PC, I would definitely try it with some friends and stuff, just to get an idea, because it is, I mean, it's Bioware, and I'm usually, my ears perk up when I hear Bioware. They said that they were going to have a beta early 2015, and the game should be launched sometime late 2015. The whole You've Been Chosen thing was pretty much an invitation to these people that got the emails saying you've been chosen to go and play Shadow Realms at Gamescom. What do you guys think of Shadow Realms? I mean, is this the type of game that you would want to play, or at least try? Again, the links will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Everything dies. Let's begin with you.